Hello and welcome to this December month of 2020. This is the video for your monthly Astro forecast update and also the oracle reading I'm going to do at the end. So if you want to jump ahead to that, the timestamps are in the description, so you can just skip over there if you want to. My name is Emma. And this is my channel space where I do these small updates once a month. This month is, I'm feeling the full moon energies, let's say that. So I'm going to there are some key points this month. I feel like there is an energy of coming to this whole year is sort of ending with a bang because there are quite intense stuff happening. And usually I do a lot of notes. I write down what I feel that the aspects mean. I haven't done this now, so this is going to be more of a channeling than anything else. So maybe nothing will come forward. I think it will. But I'm going to do it a bit differently because I feel like I want to just see what source and guides want to share. Beginning with this full moon that we've just had. It's been, and it is an intense one. We are starting with a full moon. We are ending. I have a new phone, I want to say. So if I look like I'm like trying to catch like where I'm supposed to look, is because I'm not used to where the camera is. So yeah, anyway, full moon energies, potent. We have a solar eclipse. It's been a lunar eclipse. So yeah. What I'm feeling is that this is the month where we're doing quite a big restructuring. There's a portal and conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn on the 21st of December. We have two Gandantas, which I'm going to explain what they are in a minute. The Vedic astrology is what I'm doing here, so it's not the Western, so the signs might be different from what you're used to. This follows how the planets and celestial bodies are standing. Astronomically, it's the traditional ancient way of looking at the stars. And because of that, there's a lot of mythical properties, a lot of mythical energies. And this month, there is a lot of that coming forward. We are working with changes that are happening on subdimensional subspace. There's quite a lot of stuff going on that haven't yet taken its place in the physical world, but you who are sensitive might feel it anyway. I certainly do. So beginning with the solar eclipse that is coming, 14th of December, we have a solar eclipse and a new moon. So that is a very potent energy. It's also a Gandanta in the Scorpio. Now Scorpio in the general chart is the 8th house. Scorpio energies has to do with the underbelly of society, everything that is taboo, what we do not want to acknowledge, what we might feel ashamed of, what we've hidden away from ourselves, our shadow. A lot of sexual energy in Scorpio, like attraction, banking. So there are a lot of things. If we look at what that would mean, a solar eclipse, the sun is being overshadowed in Scorpio with these energies at this time. I feel like what it actually means is this kind of rebooting of the light being hidden and then like turning it on and off again kind of energy. It's going to be very strong. So this is a good time if you want to write down what you want to manifest for the coming period. What does Gandanta mean? Gandanta means that if a planet it's when a planet is in its very last degrees before changing houses, so 28, 29 degrees in a water sign, Scorpio's water sign. The other planet this month that is going to go through this is Mars in Pisces, which I'm going to go into in a little bit. But the sun in Gandanta means that the planet's energy, the general energy of the house as well is going to be heightened. It's like, because it's a water energy, it's kind of symbolically likened to drowning. So a drowning energy. The planet is drowning and then going over to another house. And as you would imagine, drowning in whatever you have in this house would be intense. It would feel quite deeply. It's not a pleasant experience to drown. It can feel overwhelming. Everything is a lot stronger. So what will happen, possibly on a global scale, is that things will feel more intense when it comes to what has been hidden away from us as a community, but also for you as an individual. What has been hidden away from you, what have you hidden away from yourself, will be enlightened through this kind of, the sun is being hidden and then, you know, awakened again. What do you want to say? Yeah, I'm hearing reboot. You might feel intuitively what this means for you. It might be different. Of course it's different because the house is also relevant. So which house this is for you. If it's the 11th house, it's going to be for friends. If it's the 12th house, it's going to be for grief, and so on. So if you want your personal chart, let me know, or you know, check if you find a chart calculator that's good, because that is really relevant. I'm talking just collectively and like generally now. But the 14th, and this is also the 13th is the date of Lucia in Sweden. I'm not sure that this is a tradition in all the countries. Probably not. More of a European, but it's a celebration of light coming. This is so I feel like there's a symbol there. But your Gandanta and Scorpio might bring out a lot of stuff that you haven't been aware of. Bring a lot of shadows up from the depth. Strengthen your feeling of intuition. Could be a very psychic time as well, because Scorpio is quite connected to the occult mysteries. So this is very strong as well. The next thing that is very potent this month is, well, we're going to have, I'm just looking at which order to do the different things. We are going to have a solstice. The winter solstice is in the 21st of December. It's the darkest time of the year. And it also coincides with Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Capricorn, in Uttara Ashada, the 21st nakshatra. This is a very strong portal, and the third of this kind of, this year they've had a lot of conjunctions over the year. This is the third one. So this is very strong for restructuring all of what we're doing now. So this whole month is like a rebirth. So everything I'm going to say is going to be rebirth, but bear with me. Jupiter in Capricorn is not very, it's not its best position. It's debilitated is what you call it. In the opposite, Cancer, it is heightened, exalted. So in this root chakra with Saturn, it's going to be, it is going to be quite hindered, because Jupiter wants to expand and Saturn wants to contract. Capricorn is Saturn's home. So these two don't want the same thing. But so when they come together, it's going to form this kind of strong connection where opposing forces create a lot of friction, but also a lot of magnetism and a lot of like strong energy. The root chakra is in Capricorn. This Uttara Ashada, this is a nakshatra system, which is very strong in the Vedic. This is what we use for prediction. It's what we use to see our deeper, work with the deeper meaning of our emotional space. I might do a video on the nakshatra system another time. But Uttara Ashada, Sanskrit, it is the 21st of the 27 nakshatras. There is actually a 28th one, which lies hidden behind this 21st one. This is where the mythology comes in. And this is very interesting because the 21st nakshatra symbolically is where the light will, how do I translate this? The light will surpass the dark. The light will win. The light will overtake the darkness of the world. This is where you change your destiny. Behind this nakshatra is this 28th one, Albajajit. I think it's pronounced, I'm not sure. It's in the star Vega. It's connected to Lyra, the star portal Lyra, where humanity, when Source decided to come down and experience itself as separate from the whole, as humanity, the first place it incarnated as separate beings is Lyra. So this 28th one, Albajajit, is the cradle of humanity. Hidden behind this 21 nakshatra, where Jupiter in Capricorn is now conjuncting and will be joined by Pluto in next year. What this means is, because Jupiter is the symbol of Ganesha. Ganesha is the divine helper, the guru, the one who brings truth, the one who opens doors, blessings, good fortunes, the wind in the sails, everything that is positive is Jupiter. So what this means is, in this 28th nakshatra and the 21st, we as humanity were given the rules of how to behave as human souls. What are we here to do? What is the point of us here? And what we're having now happening is the crumbling of the old, which is built on not very bright energies. The divine feminine is going to come in. The goddess is also rooted in Capricorn. I know I'm kind of talking about a lot of things at the same time. I'm hoping I'm making sense. I'm trying anyway. But it is quite multidimensional, this. There are so many layers of what's happening. In this Capricorn sign, the root chakra, the goddess, the divine feminine is present. This is what is happening. It's the rise of the feminine. And I'm not talking about gender now at all. I'm just talking about this rebirthing of a more heart space living, of living in accordance with nature, of living with Gaia, of celebrating what is the heart, humanity with heart. A lot of the structures in our world has been built on greed, power, money, not very loving energy. And this is what needs to be torn down, like the tower in tarot, to build new. And when Jupiter and Capricorn are going to conjunct, joining by Pluto later in this nakshatra, which symbolizes rebirth. If you know the symbolic story of the 10 Commandments, this is what is happening in this nakshatra. Ganesha is going to come and give humanity the rules, the new rules. I'm not saying rules as in you have to do this. It's not like a negative thing. It is more of a what is the actual human values that are being born now. Righteousness, love, compassion, what are the true meanings of being here? What are we here to do? What are we here to serve? What do you serve? What do you do for a living? How do you follow your own bliss? How do you work with your own heart? This is what is going to be born, and this is what is going to be created now. So this is a very energetic time. And this 28th nakshatra being hidden away, Lyran energy, which is this birth we are going back to in a way, and reminded of what we were as source beings. You know, why did we come here? Why did we do this? What is our connection to the divine, the eternity, our own divine energy, our own source vibration? So, and for people who are still being governed a lot by their wounds, egos, which we are all. I mean, however enlightened you think you are going to feel this. However you've worked with your wounds and your shadow, you are going to feel this. So, but yes, it's very interesting. It's going to be very potent. Moving again, and solstice as well. So this is the darkest time of the year. So, and symbolically, this is the darkest hour before the dawn will come. So the 2021 energies is going to be very strong. It's still going to be quite, disruptive in the world. It's not like it's going to go back to, oh, it's all cool again. But it's going to take a different tone. And I might do a 2021 Astro. I don't know. We'll see. But Pluto is going to go into Capricorn and join Saturn and Jupiter. Sorry, a lot of planets in my head right now. On New Year's Eve, actually, which is really fascinating how that aligns. So this new year is going to start with an actual bang. Have I said all? I think so. Next thing is another Gandanta, which is Mars. Mars is in Pisces right now. It has gone direct. Wonderful. Mars in Pisces comes with an energy of being subdued. So at this time, we are not feeling quite energetic in the way that we used to. Mars being the fire, the drive, the ambition, the kind of forward motion is being watered down in the general 12th house, in the Pisces energy, which is the cosmic ocean of things. There, Mars is kind of bobbing around now and not getting any fire out. So you might feel like, I don't really want to do anything. I just want to rest. I just want to hang out, and I want to do this tomorrow. I certainly feel this anyway. And it's going to continue until the 21st, 24th, 4th December, the 24th of December, the 24th, Christmas Eve, Mars is passing into Aries, and then the fire is going to come back. It's home house. It might be a bit of a shift from very watery Pisces and into Aries. So you might feel like the Christmas holidays for you could be a bit of an intense time. If you're spending it with family, or if you're not spending it with family, it's going to be firecracker energy. So don't be surprised if there's conflict, or if you suddenly feel like quite a lot of energy. It's all good. But for 4 days, 21st to 24th, we have Mars in Gandanta, meaning 29 degrees in Pisces. And as I said before, sorry, I just need to, my feet are falling asleep when I'm sitting like this, so I need to, like I said, Gandanta is when a planet is being drowned in its sign before it passes over. So it will feel more potent and it will feel emotionally stronger. Mars being the fire in Pisces could evoke some, again, conflicting energies, because it's fire and water. It's the general 12th house, which means loss. It's mirroring back to Virgo, which is health and healing. So this could bring a bit of a conflict energy, strong energy. I don't know exactly what will happen, but regarding this corona thing, things might have a shifting energy there. In what way, I do not know. But we are also, I'm going to end this whole update thing with Kalasarpa yoga, which I know I've mentioned in a previous video. And if you haven't heard that or don't know what it is, Kalasarpa yoga is when all the planets gather on one end of the chart between Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu, the south and north node of the moon, is the destiny planets, and this is why it's called Kalasarpa, because it's the snake energy. It's the yoga of the serpent. So during this time, everything is quite intense. It might feel like it's shifting back and forward. It's like a bit of a tsunami feeling. Everything is kind of intensified. And I've heard from other sources that, and a lot of people say this, that it's going to be intense in the world. It's going to be a warlike energy, because there are wars being fought on other dimensions at this time between the light and the dark. And this is what will come to a head from middle of December until Mars 2021, end of Mars, when Mars breaks the Kalasarpa yoga and passes over Ketu. But before then, you might feel like aggression is heightened. You might feel like people are shifting. People's violence will be brought out. There will be more protests. There will be more things happening. But this is because we are being shaken. Remember now, this is also when Pluto has joined in Uttara Ashada. It's there now. It's in Sagittarius. It's in the same nakshatra, but it will join in Capricorn with Saturn and Jupiter. So it will be a stronger energy. And when Pluto moves, everything feels a bit strong before it has settled. If you want to know where your Pluto is passing, which house this is for you, because that is also what is bringing a certain transformation. Pluto wants to transform. It's ruled by Kali and Shiva, the lords of death and rebirth. This is what Pluto wants to do. It wants to change and heal. You know, it's when something loves you so much that all it wants to do is for your soul to be liberated. Whatever your ego feels about it is irrelevant. You are going to have to walk through the valley of death and come out reborn. This is what will happen. And what it means for you depends on which house is aspected with these things. So if you're interested in knowing that, let me know if you want a personal reading. But collectively, it has to do with the 10th house. What are we here to do? This root chakra thing, everything that you have not dealt with in your root, in your service, in your connection to the goddess. I've heard a symbolic tale of what will happen now is actually the goddess is awakening. The goddess as in not only earth, but like the energy of the goddess. The mother is awakening because we've not done a good enough job. We've sort of failed in our I'm saying this now, take this with a pinch of salt because it's symbolic meaning. Humanity has failed in what we came here to do. So the mother is awakening to kind of deal with her children. To kind of put us in a timeout, because we need to learn that this is not what you do. It's being kind of disciplined in this awakening of the goddess within each person, but also collectively. So this is why things are crumbling and you might feel like, but why is this not working? This is also the process of being led by your heart and not your mind. Your intellect is not what we are here to. The mind, brilliant as it is, and I do love, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being intellectual or working with intellectual things or being brilliant or being genius, nothing wrong. But still needs to be a heart in there. There still needs to be a compassionate space. You cannot live and there is a imbalance of being too much led by the intellectual mind. It's a revisitation of the fall of Atlantis, and this is why people are also feeling very pained, because there are cell memories of Atlantis being fallen because we did what we have already done again, and so we are now given an opportunity for a do-over. So this is what's happening. This is December. Yeah, I feel like I'm in the mood for some cards. Yay. And so I'm gonna give you 3 piles to choose from. So you can pause the video, I'm gonna put them in here, and tune into which cards you're drawn to. And I'll be back. I'll do the reading like this and just tune in. And you can find the timestamps for the card you chose in the description. And yeah, let's see what the cards have to say for your December. Thank you for listening to this astro forecast, and I'll see you in a bit. So here are your cards to choose from for December. So if you want, you can pause the video. You can take your time, take a deep breath, and tune into which pile you are drawn to. And then you can look at your reading. You'll find the timestamps in the description. Hello, number ones who chose the pile number 1. I'm going to do the reading like this and not videoing the cards, but I'm gonna put them in as a picture, and or I might have done that already. I don't know how to edit this. Anyway, don't need to talk about that. Well, you who chose these, I feel you're gonna feel this Mars energy that I spoke about. You're going to feel this Gandanta at closing in on Christmas. There might be you might even feel the Scorpio solar eclipse quite strongly, because one of the cards, as you saw, is anger. Here, the unicorn anger. Safely express your anger, use anger as a positive force, honor all your emotions as sacred, which is an important part. It's important for you to express what you feel. It's important for you to honor this rage that is bubbling, because it is also power, it's also energy, it's also your driving force for moving forward. Something in your life is not quite vibrating as it should. I feel like you've stifled yourself. You've kind of, put a muscle on you in not expressing what you really feel to somebody. Being overly forgiving, I feel. So if you do yourself a favor, you will express your anger, and in a constructive way, obviously. Or at least allow yourself to feel angry. Allow yourself to feel like, no, this is not okay. This is my boundary. I feel like I'm learning boundaries with you. I'm learning what is nourishing my soul and what is not nourishing my soul. What is true for me, what is right for me, what do I want? So just like it's important to know what to eat for yourself to be fed and nourished and healed, it's important to know and to honor what your soul needs to be nourished. I feel like there is somebody in your presence that is kind of sucking energy or not giving back what you put in. So I feel like there's something that needs rebalancing in this relationship, whichever relationship it is. You who listen might know what I'm talking about, or it will be revealed to you. But there is an imbalance between you and somebody else, or it's a pattern. Ooh, my nose is, yeah. The nose is generally connected to the third eye, so something will be revealed to you that is imbalanced. It could come around Christmas with the anger energy of family situations, and something will be coming to like a point where this is not enough. I don't want to do this anymore, or whatever you might feel. Then you have 2 cards that indicate a gift. Offerings. This card that I love because it has so much of all the things I love in it. It's a rainbow, and it's a stone circle. I think it is Stonehenge. And offerings, which is my name here, Sacredearthofferings. So this card I always love. And also the gift. So a gift is coming to you. Something will be coming to you. And I feel it's because you are taking yourself seriously. You are taking your feelings seriously, and you will be rewarded for this. You will be rewarded for having the courage to speak up or to say no. There is you have a guide. You have a guide. I'm seeing wings, like an angelic being that is with you, who've chosen these cards. That's very proud of what you've done. They are really, really hovering above you. It's a pink energy, feminine energy. It could be a male angel. I mean, they don't have gender, but anyway. If you open your heart to receive, you will be showered with this enormously pink, loving heart energy. And if you feel distraught, or if you feel like you're overwhelmed, you have a presence around you that really wants to help. So do open your heart to receive this showering of energy. If you see here, this is what they want to show you, that they are there with you. They are present with you. And offerings are also available to you. But, you know, when you come to a certain level of development spiritually and mentally and emotionally, you have to also do your part. You have to acknowledge their presence. You have to invite them. Lower vibrational energies, they just, you know, come forward and take space. But the higher vibrational entities and energies and guides, you have to invite them because they're too respectful. They won't just come without you opening up space for them. So do remember this. But I feel like it's going to be a beautiful December for you. And I feel powerful. I feel empowered with this anger energy and this. I mean, look at this unicorn. Look, glowing with energy. It's amazing. And you will find your power again. If you feel like you don't have any, or if you've lost it, it's gonna come back. It is Mars in Pisces is not a nice feeling if you are sensitive to astrology and all that. So it is coming back for you. So thank you for listening. And if you want to, let me know if you want a personal reading. I do that as well. And have a lovely December month. Hello, number twos who chose the pile in the middle. You've got some beautiful cards, and I know you've already seen them. Compassion and Shakti energy. I feel like they're pairing up. 4 cards, 2 pairs. Compassion, be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. You see the light in yourself and others. Beautiful card. And coupled with Shakti. I feel like I do need some space, some time to myself. I feel like the first half of December could be more in tune with this. I feel like I need to realign myself. There's been some stresses in your life that has taken its toll, and I really need to rest. You do need to rest. Allow yourself to rest. You don't have to be productive all the time. The winter time is when nature naturally goes into hibernation. We pause everything. We kind of, everything is allowed to die for it to be able to be reborn when light comes back in springtime. And so if you feel naturally that you want to kind of go back into a cave and just be by yourself, then that is quite natural, and follow that hunch. Because I feel like this year has really taken a toll on you. It has, in a specific way. I feel like there's been quite a lot of stuff going on. Emotionally, relationship-wise, work-wise, there's a lot of like shocks that you've gone through. And I feel like you sometimes are a bit harsh on yourself, putting too much pressure on you to be able to handle things when you really do need to rest, or you really need to just, you know, when things happen, big things happen, we also need to leave some space for it to integrate. We can't just, you know, like a freight train go through through the thing. We need to stop and feel and listen and allow it to settle before we start a new thing. And this is what comes up for me with you. I feel like you are also the forgiveness part of this card. I feel like there's somebody out there who's listening to this card who have high expectations of what you should be doing and continuously sees what you are failing at, what you're not doing. And I feel like I want to like do a 180 turn with you and see, look at what you have done, look at what you are doing, look at all the things you have accomplished, look at all the things you have this year done in spite of everything. Look at all the beautiful accomplishments that you've done and be proud of yourself. Allow yourself, maybe do an inventory, a list of all the things you've done this year that you're proud of and that you can be proud of, because there are a lot of it. I feel that there are a lot of it. And it's like you're kind of missing it, or you're not seeing or looking at it enough. The next cards are the Path of the Gods, Decisions, Meetings, and Future Plans, and Gathering Your Tribe. Let's see if I can put them up at the same time. There we are. Look at these. I feel like the Shakti and Compassion cards are for the first half of December, and this is when we are nearing New Year's. It's going to be, I need a resting period with you, but there's going to come in a lot of energy for the new year where I'm feeling like I really want to do some changes. I really want to anchor some new energy into this world of what do I really want to do? What do I want to create? Gathering your tribe, I feel like there are new people coming in. There are new energies coming in. Ideas, projects, collaborations. You're not alone. There are a lot of people like you out there, soul family out there, and they are going to come your way this new year. I feel like one person in particular, you could either, either you've already met them or you're going to meet them. You see, there's two fairies or beings dancing here, and I feel like that is a really strong indication for something, a beautiful partnership. A beautiful partnership that is going to be, the foundation is being laid for this as we speak. And future plans are in the making. Even if you feel like I'm just floating around, not doing anything, or not being sure of how to move forward, you know, the divine is most certainly working for you and for your future processes. I'm asking if there's anything you should do, but I'm feeling no. I feel like you should allow yourself to just be and trust. Do work with your trust. You can trust the divine. You can trust your guides. They are there for you. They really are. Next year is going to be more interactive, more meetings, more social gatherings for you, more community, family feeling. I feel like I've been feeling lonely feeling this year, but it's going to change. It's going to change partly because you're opening your heart more, you're learning of yourself, but there's something that is shifting within you through this whole process. And there's a few planets that I see that will have Pluto for one. Uranus is going to end its retrograde in January. There's a few things that are going to help you with this lonely feeling. So yeah, it's a beautiful new year on its way, but as I said, be gentle with yourself, have compassion. There's nothing wrong with shielding yourself off and working on your own alignment for now, because things will start to align. Don't force anything to happen. Just be naturally yourself and it will align very beautifully. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely December. And if you feel like you want a personal reading for 2021, Astro or Oracle, just let me know and connect via email or Instagram. And take care. Happy Christmas. Hello, number 3s. So nice to see you here. I hope that you are having a nice start of December. Your cards, as you've seen, are quite fiery, and I feel like they are 2 pairs. All these readings, I felt like they're 2 pairs. So the first one, Surrender and Sweat Lodge, speak of some cleansing that needs to be done or will take place. Sweat Lodge is this going into like this initiation, just like a ritual ceremony where you're allowed to really release all of the things that you're not served by, all the things that you are not meant to carry with you into this new phase that is on its way. It's a big process, and I feel like just like sitting in a sweat lodge, sitting in a sauna, that you might feel quite, ooh, it's heating up, it's a bit much. And it can feel, it might feel at certain times like you're being pressured, like you're putting in a pressure chamber to really release all the stuff. So what they're telling me to tell you is to surrender. That's the way forward for you to not experience this process as stressful as you could. It's all about allowing things to be let go. If things are not vibing, if the flow is not there, if the energy is not aligning, let it go, let it go, let it go. Everything that is meant for you will come to you. Follow what you feel is blissful. Follow what makes you happy, what makes your heart tick, what makes you feel joyous. That is what you should do. If you feel pressure, if you feel anxious, if you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, maybe you shouldn't do it. And I'm talking now about the things that are not like, of course you should, take responsibility for your children, for your, that sort of thing is not what I'm talking about right now. It's more, I feel like you are, the person who chose these cards are in a changing point when it comes to work, what you're doing here. And then this is a really potent guiding energy. The sunlight is coming in here, so it feels like I'm sitting in a pillar of light. I'm gonna move just so I don't have it in my eyes. So if you feel like this is quite a pressuring energy, don't be alarmed, it will pass. Surrender to the flow, allow things to be surrendered. Because what is coming for you, direction, purpose, change. Isn't that amazing? And passion. It's quite amazing how these cards have aligned, I think. Because I feel like when you have done this clearing out space, which I feel is in the beginning of this, it might be going on right now with the full moon. It might be closer to the solar eclipse, which is what I'm kind of feeling. It's the middle of this month, this sweat lodge thing is happening. And then close to the end of the year, when Mars has changed house, Mars Gandanta, you will start to feel passionate. You will start to feel and be shown, what am I here to do? Find your fire again. But this is, oh, I'm trying to translate the words in my head. This comes if you do your work with the other process. You need to allow things to let go. You need to trust the divine enough to let go of what does not serve you. And this might trigger some fears within you, because you're going to move over this bridge. You're going to move into a new space. Oh, where's maybe this? Yeah, here we go. So you see it. Because there's light up there for you. There is an enormous light. There is an enormous guiding force that is showing you the way. You need to just trust it, that it's there. Need to surrender. And this is not an easy thing. I mean, I know. I think surrendering is one of the most challenging things. Having trust is very challenging. And so I feel for you, and I know I'm in the same boat myself. So it's not like I don't appreciate the tough energy that you might have for you this month. But I also feel like there's an enormous reward here. Because I feel like I've been asking myself questions for some time. What am I here to do? What am I supposed to follow? What am I supposed to... Oh, this is so sunny. Okay, yeah. What's my purpose here? And I feel like this month is going to start showing you the answers to your questions that you've put forward this past 6 months. It's starting to drop in as gifts. So have trust, allow yourself to release. Don't be afraid of the sweat lodge. Don't be afraid of the energies that are pushing you. You see there's a falling star there. So also wishes coming true. Is there anything else? No, I feel like this is what they want to say to you, and I hope that it has made sense. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful December. And if you feel like a personal reading for 2021 or anything else for Astro Oracle cards, just let me know. And I wish you a Merry Christmas and a lovely New Year, and see you soon.